Imagine scrolling through your social media feed and seeing ad after ad screaming for your attention. Bright colors, catchy slogans, trending hashtags. Everywhere you look, it seems like success is measured by likes, shares, and virality. But here's the paradox. While most brands chase the next viral moment, some, quietly, almost invisibly, are building deeper connections that drive results far beyond any trending post. And these brands aren't spending their energy on hype, they're mastering something far subtler, far more powerful. Today, we're going to explore a marketing strategy that doesn't rely on viral stunts or flashy campaigns. It's the quiet strategy that consistently outperforms social media hype. And once you understand it, you might never look at marketing the same way again. At first glance, this approach seems almost counterintuitive. How can a strategy that doesn't grab immediate attention or chase likes create meaningful results? The answer lies in understanding human behavior, trust, and consistency. While viral campaigns are loud and often fleeting, this quiet approach works like a slow burn. It nurtures a relationship, builds credibility, and eventually becomes part of the audience's daily life. It's about focusing less on the noise and more on the signal. The brands that succeed quietly understand that the human brain craves familiarity, authenticity, and reliability. People may scroll past a flashy ad, but they remember the company that delivered value consistently in ways that feel personal rather than manipulative. Let's imagine a small business, a local coffee shop perhaps. Instead of running extravagant online campaigns with flashy graphics or influencer partnerships, this coffee shop decides to focus on a different kind of connection. They start by listening to their community, learning what flavors people prefer, understanding their routines, and even remembering their regular customers by name. They share stories, not just about the coffee, but about the farmers who grew the beans, the unique brewing methods they use, and the small acts of care they put into every cup. Over time, these stories don't just inform, they resonate. People begin to feel like they're part of something meaningful, not just the transaction, and that, more than any viral post, creates loyalty. Now, consider this on a larger scale. Imagine a brand with a global audience. The same principle applies. The quiet marketing strategy focuses on consistent, value-driven communication. It prioritizes understanding the audience's needs over chasing fleeting trends. And the fascinating part? This approach often leads to measurable results that surpass the flashy campaigns everyone notices. Brands that embrace this strategy don't need millions of impressions or trending hashtags. They rely on subtlety, consistency, and empathy. And the effect is cumulative. Each meaningful interaction reinforces trust, and over time, this trust compounds into long-term engagement, repeat business, and authentic word-of-mouth referrals. At this point, you might be wondering, if it's so effective, why isn't everyone doing it? The answer is simple. The quiet marketing strategy requires patience and restraint. It doesn't offer instant gratification or dramatic spikes in engagement metrics. It's easy to be seduced by the excitement of viral fame, but sustaining long-term growth takes a more thoughtful approach, and that's where the magic happens, beyond the noise, beyond the algorithm, in the human connection that lasts. Consider a tech company. Instead of launching flashy product campaigns every season, they invest in creating helpful resources, tutorials, and guides that solve real problems. They engage in meaningful conversations with their users, respond thoughtfully to feedback, and focus on improving the user experience rather than just marketing it. Over time, customers start sharing these resources with their peers, not because of a trendy campaign, but because the brand has become a trusted source of insight. And that kind of organic growth, built on authenticity and value, can far exceed the temporary spikes created by viral marketing. There's a lesson here that goes beyond marketing. In a world that glorifies speed, noise, and instant results, the quiet strategy reminds us that depth often matters more than breadth. It's not the flashiest message that resonates, it's the one that meets people where they are, respects their intelligence, and consistently delivers value. It's also a reminder that success isn't always obvious. You might not see the immediate effect of every thoughtful action, but the ripple effects are powerful. Over time, a brand that chooses to nurture relationships quietly can become not just recognized, but beloved. And in today's landscape, where consumers are increasingly skeptical of hype, that kind of trust is priceless. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Studies and industry observations suggest that brands using this quiet approach often outperform their peers in loyalty, repeat purchases, and long-term engagement. Some reports indicate that these brands, while less flashy on social media, generate higher customer lifetime value because they've built a relationship based on trust and reliability rather than novelty. Think about the companies that feel like they understand you without needing to scream for attention. Their marketing doesn't demand your clicks, it earns them. And in doing so, they create a competitive advantage that viral campaigns alone can't replicate. Let's contrast this with a brand that chases social media hype. Every week brings a new campaign, each louder and more extravagant than the last. Engagement spikes for a short time, then fades. Consumers become desensitized. Attention is fleeting, and the constant push for virality can lead to diminishing returns. Meanwhile, the quiet strategy builds a foundation. Each touchpoint, whether it's a newsletter, a helpful video, or a subtle social media post, adds a brick to that foundation. Over time, this creates a brand presence that doesn't just capture attention, it earns loyalty. What's fascinating is how invisible this process can feel. At first, it seems like nothing is happening. Growth feels slow. But just when competitors are exhausting themselves chasing trends, the quiet brand is steadily gaining strength. And because the strategy is rooted in authenticity, it's resilient. It doesn't rely on fleeting algorithm changes or viral luck. It thrives on human behavior, which doesn't change as fast.
So how can this be applied by anyone looking to build a brand or business? It starts with listening. Listening to your audience, understanding their needs, and responding in ways that genuinely add value. It continues with consistency, showing up regularly in meaningful ways rather than just for attention. And it's anchored in authenticity, being honest about what you offer and transparent in your intentions. These principles might seem simple, even obvious, but simplicity is deceptive. In a noisy digital world, doing the simple things well is revolutionary. Brands that master this quietly often outpace those who chase the loudest trends, precisely because they've earned trust that no viral moment can replicate. And there's another layer to this strategy: emotional resonance. The quiet marketing approach often connects with people on a deeper emotional level. By telling stories, sharing insights, and engaging in genuine conversations, brands create experiences that stick. People remember how a brand made them feel long after the post disappears from their feed. Consider the difference between a viral meme and a story that highlights someone's real-life challenge, showing how a product or service genuinely helped. The meme might spark a momentary laugh, but the story creates a lasting bond. That bond can translate into loyalty, referrals, and lifelong advocacy, effects that no social media algorithm can manufacture. Take, for instance, a small independent bookstore. They could try to go viral with flashy online campaigns, but instead they focus on personal touches. They host local author readings, share curated book recommendations, and respond personally to customer messages. Slowly but surely, they build a community of readers who trust their taste, value their insight, and return not just for books, but for the sense of belonging. The bookstore's presence may never dominate trending charts, but its influence grows steadily. And over time, its customers become the most powerful marketing channel, sharing their experiences with friends, family, and even strangers online. This is the quiet strategy in action: subtle, consistent, human. It's easy to overlook strategies that don't shout, but history, both in business and beyond, is full of examples where subtlety and patience yield extraordinary results. The quiet approach is strategic, intentional, and profoundly human. It respects the audience, understands their needs, and delivers consistently without demanding attention. And in a world overwhelmed with noise, that alone makes it stand out. If you step back and think about it, there's a kind of beauty in this strategy. It reminds us that meaningful connections often require patience, care, and attention to detail. It shows that influence isn't always about the loudest voice, it's about the most trusted one.
And perhaps most importantly, it demonstrates that in marketing, as in life, slow, steady, and intentional actions often win over flashy bursts of energy. So the next time you feel compelled to chase the next viral trend, consider a quieter approach. Focus on depth, consistency, and authenticity. Build trust, deliver value, listen. Over time, the results can be transformative in ways that hype simply can't achieve. If this perspective resonated with you, take a moment to like the video. It helps us continue exploring insights that go beyond the obvious. Subscribe to the channel to join our community of curious minds who want to understand what really works. And if you've seen or experienced quiet marketing strategies that impressed you, share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories and examples. Because in the end, it's the brands that quietly earn trust and respect that often leave the biggest impact. And now you have the tools to recognize and maybe even start applying this approach in your own journey.